I'm Kate Bertram, author of Creating Stickiness. You might be wondering, what exactly is stickiness and why should I care? Fair question. Let's get into it. Stickiness is the result. It's what happens when you do the work, when you prioritize, align to a mission, and consistently choose engagement over convenience. A sticky organization is one where team members don't just clock in. They show up with pride, purpose, and a little pep in their step. They stick around because they want to, not because they have to. And here's the thing. It's not magic and it's not luck. Stickiness emerges when your team members feel seen, valued, supported, and challenged. When you treat your team like your most important customers, because they are, that's when the ripple effect happens. It hits your customers, your reputation, and your bottom line. I once told a customer point blank, my team is the most important part of this organization. They looked at me like I'd grown a second head, but I stood firm. If I take care of my team, they'll take care of you. Treat your people well, and they will treat your customers better than any branding campaign ever could. Let's be real. This kind of leadership takes courage. It takes accountability, and it's not always easy. But without those two ingredients, nothing sticks. Let me introduce you to Brian. Not his real name, but very much a real human. Brian was a mid-level leader everyone warned me about. He's got a bad attitude, they said. He's a real problem. Naturally, I kept an eye on him, waiting for the big blow up. But then something interesting happened. I listened to him. Turns out, Brian wasn't a problem. He was a truth teller. He asked hard questions, challenged groupthink, and pointed out cracks in our processes. Not to be difficult, but because he cared about the outcome. Over time, we included him in conversations he had been left out of. We stopped labeling him a naysayer and started seeing him as a strategist. You know what happened next? He transformed. We transformed. His engagement soared, and he became a trusted leader of over 50 people, an organizational evangelist. That, my friend, is stickiness in action. Not complicated, simple. Now, you might be thinking, we're not a billion-dollar corporation with an unlimited budget. Good. Most of us aren't. You don't need a massive HR department to create a sticky environment. What you need is focus, commitment, and leadership willing to break the mold. Smaller organizations, you have an advantage. You can shift faster, personalize more, and connect more deeply, because stickiness isn't about size. It's about sincerity. Let's have an honest moment. If you picked up my book hoping to check the box on leadership, you might be in the wrong place. Stickiness requires more than interest. It really requires commitment. And not just from you, but from the top. Your executives must prioritize stickiness. If they aren't willing to walk the talk, don't waste your time. Hand this book to someone who's ready, or toss it in a campfire and warm your hands with it. But if your top leaders are ready, buckle up, because stickiness can change everything. Hiring great people isn't the hard part anymore. Keeping them is. Sticky team members don't just show up. They show up fully. They connect with the mission. They care. And you can't fake that. And you certainly can't buy it with a pizza party. Here's why stickiness matters. It boosts morale. People feel seen and feel heard and proud of where they work. It slashes turnover costs. Retention is the ROI sweet spot. It improves productivity. People get better the longer they stay. And it builds deep organizational knowledge. Experience plus time equals wisdom. This isn't theory. This is just business sense. So how do you build it? Here's what I've learned. We need to communicate, not at people, but with them. We need to eliminate warm body hiring. Don't just fill a seat, build the right team. We need to customize benefits. One size fits none. And then we need to offer flexible models. People have lives, help them live them. And then we need to balance experience with fresh ideas. Honor both your veterans and your rookies. And finally, don't let technology replace your humanity. Keep people at the center. Stickiness creates a culture where people feel connected and stay longer. It builds loyalty and pride and real business results. It's not complicated, but it takes deliberate effort. It's not HR's job. It's a leadership commitment. And it starts with you. So if you're ready to build a team that stays, grows, and thrives, If you're ready to build stickiness, let's get to it. I'd love for you to check it out and join me on this journey of making organizations truly sticky in the best possible way.